Timestamp. No. I can talk. February 20th, 2026. It's almost 3 a.m. I've been up for a little while. And I'm having one of those, what am I doing up? Moments. Just really droopy. I've been up again for a little while. I got up. I woke up to The Face of Evil. That's nice. I'm not referring to the 14-pound calico. Doctor Who. It's Leela's first episode. That was nice to wake up to. And I did lay there and kind of watch that for a little while. But I definitely feel like I woke up early, you know. And I don't really need to be up and moving for another 3-4 hours. Exactly. Just working on the garage and relying on not necessarily sunrise, but that mid-morning to early afternoon sunlight that comes through the garage. It's like the best visibility time. And that's like 5-6 hours away. And if I'm already asking those deep thought questions of what am I doing, I think I'm going to go grab another couple hours. Because I can. It's the nice thing about making my own schedule. It's weird, somebody today asked me what I do, and we had to take Alex to some doctor appointment stuff. And I was like, I'm retired, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'm retired. It's weird saying it. Because, I hadn't planned on retiring at 54, 55, whatnot. I'm American. We work till we're 83. And I know that isn't the case in a lot of countries because a lot of other countries aren't, economically stacked against you so horribly. This one is. The rich guys have been manipulating the rules for a while. In case you're not paying attention. You can say that they're not, but that just tells me that you're not listening. Check out some of what Bernie Sanders is saying, Robert Reich. There's a reason that we're all struggling and billionaires are getting more money every year. There's a reason. Well, a bunch of reasons. Point you in the right direction. That's where you go for your answers. Don't go to the billionaires. They're not going to talk to you. They never return my calls either. So, if you've got an in, great, but I've heard it said that you can't make that kind of money without hurting people and knowing that you're doing it. With some of the interesting, we'll call them files that are coming out. To me, that's becoming even more and more clear. It wasn't just financial hurting. Very okay with hurting real people in real time, and what are you going to do about it? I keep seeing scenes from Hostel, Hostel, like the original in my head. Very pay-to-play operation with cruelty attached, Kind of a similar vibe in my brain space. I have questions about the Zorro Ranch too. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it. There's more than one island. Perhaps that's more of an oasis than an island, but there's more than one island. Just kind of scanning over my list, which is all stuff I can do at like 6 or 8 a.m. instead of 3. Just been a long week. I'm yawning again. I'm so sorry. So I promised I'd show some of the new mugs as I got them out of the cabinet. It's got the brown handle, brown interior. There is a Buzz Lightyear one also. Came as a... When I saw them on eBay, I looked them up, and it normally, I guess, comes as like a box set. It's a art prototype Pixar set with a Buzz and a Woody. But I split it with Alex, who's a big Pixar fan. I was like, you know, I'm going to get one, you're going to get one. And neither one of us was like, I gotta have that one. I was like, you know what? He's very into like retro punk, whatnot. I'm like, I think you'll appreciate the Buzz one more, you know. And I love them both. So, mind you, what's in this mug right now, I don't know what I'm drinking. Alex gets creative with the coffee sometimes, you know, a scoop of this, a scoop of that. It's okay. Is it world-class barista stuff? No. Sometimes amazing alchemy happens, and then sometimes there's just coffee. But finishing off the pot, I'm making a pot of the Kauai Vanilla Macadamia, because I think Tiny just went down, and Alex's room is dark and quiet, so I'm guessing that I might be the only one up, so I may enjoy a cuppa or two before I back on the couch, because nope. Nope. It's okay. It's better than Waffle House coffee. I know it's a low bar. I know. It's okay. It's okay. And you're starting with good components, so it's hard to make something hideous. It's just not. No postcards will be written about this. You know what I mean? I need to boil some more eggs, which is fine because I've got 3 18-packs in there. And I did that because I knew that Pix and I stopped at Aldi today. Got some basic grocery stuff. But I knew I was going to be having to boil some eggs. And that's okay. I am so sorry, folks. Oh, man. Ooh, yeah, I got that done. Love crossing things off. And I think I'm gonna load the dishwasher before I go to bed. That's something I can do, and it'll run while I'm sleeping. Dovetailing. That's one thing, just as a life hack, if you're, young and still figuring stuff out. If there are any safe, non-fire hazard appliance does it for you kind of jobs, if you can set those before you go to bed, that's just great, because you wake up and they're basically, done and ready for you. So, Scrappy's in a I must groom all of the cats mood. Don't make eye contact. If you make eye contact, he's going to come try and groom you. Lick your leg, that kind of thing. Stop. Exactly. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and my lower back is not having it either. Alright. what this is. And if I'm right, that's great because it can go in the dishwasher. Provided it's survived. I'm really hoping it survived. I think it survived. Hey, Pepe. It survived. I am delighted. I know he may be kind of a tender subject. I mean, Looney Tunes is innocent enough. Let's not get too crazy with the Justice Warrior kind of stuff. There are plenty of people that are worth more anger than Pepe Le Pew. I am wondering if, from a Looney Tunes modern society standpoint, if he's going to kind of get... I haven't seen much with him, but I mean, Looney Tunes isn't like front and center really anymore. Once upon a time it was, really... But kind of wondering if they're just going to try and forget that he's a thing, because his whole, shtick, no means no, Don't judge me. I am a gentleman, but I still am amused with the Pepe Le Pew cartoons. Bigger Bugs and Marvin fan, pretty clear about that, but everybody calm down. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. So I picked up a big thing of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I think I'm going to... big old family pack. I think I'm going to cut that into a smaller strip. Yeah, I'll do it in strips. And the orange sauce that I got the other day, and I've been getting it all along. It's an Aldi product. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Oh dear God. Yeah, my lower back is like, what are you doing? Al, leave me out of this. Berman's, which is kind of their house brand, orange stir-fry sauce. Very fancy. It's like just under $2 a bottle. Good marinade. And I did some green pepper and sweet potato with some drumsticks the other day, and added some ginger and some nutmeg. Basically did it in, the big shake and bake kind of bags that I do. So I think I may actually do the whole thing of chicken. I don't know. I'm going to cut it into strips so that'll make it easier. I think what I'll do is I'll cut the strips and the bits that I have left, because I'm going to have some chunk stuff, whatnot. I may pull that and do that in something else. Have a secondary cup full of chicken to do something else with. And I've got some drumsticks in there that I froze that I need to boil and strip. I'm going to do cream of mushroom soup. I'm going to fry up some mushrooms Got some canned mushrooms in there. Just basically like fry them, oi, chop them, and make a chicken and mushroom. I got celery, carrot. Make a nice, thick, creamy soup, and do that like as a over rice kind of thing. Kind of stretch it a little bit. This Tiny doesn't really do soups. Soups are annoying. It's like water with stuff in it. But if you use it as a potato filler, like a stuffed potato or over rice, I found ways around this. As a dad who cooks. I mean, I don't do like, 9-course kind of stuff, but I can on the fly cook without needing a box mix, you know what I mean? But yeah, that orange sauce with ginger, nutmeg. Just let the sweet potatoes, chop it into nice wedges, chunks, whatever you want to call it. With the chicken, just let it sit in the bag and think about it for a little while before baking it. That sounds good right now, but no. Nope. I can do that when I get up. Got like 3 cooking projects coming into the weekend, so starting to do some meal prep stuff. Yeah, I got some nanners over there that are starting to get some spots too, so I may actually chop those in half. I may do like a honey bake on those. I've got some Pink Lady apples. Cut some wedges of that, put them in a honey mix, let them sort of think about it a little bit, and then bake them too. That's good. And if you've got like a nut, walnut, pecan, anything like that, if you have the capacity to grind them, whatnot, and make like a powder, like a chunky powder, you can use that over top of it, almost like candy sprinkles, Not the porn star, I mean actual. I think that was the name of a 70s porn star, Candy Sprinkles, something like that. Yeah, right there, Tan. Did you try and inhale water? Yeah. You're not merfolk. But yeah, I typically do cooking as one of my cool down activities after doing stuff in the garage for a little bit. Do stuff in the garage, watch a video, do a food prep, back in the garage kind of thing. I'm weird. Yeah, that chicken sweet potato with the orange sounds really good. Mm-hmm. My left thigh, like where it attaches at the hip, every now and then. When it starts talking to my lower back and decides that it wants to, work out some kind of a equal pain agreement. I do not like it. And then he popped. And it's moments like this that I am reminded that I'm not 20, but I still don't feel 55 either. I do not. And I know I don't act it. Not even sure how that's supposed to work, but Hannah had the right idea, but maybe took it a little too far. You gotta have fun. Oh yeah, definitely. I may actually take one of my Carbos, the muscle relaxing for the back. That lower left quadrant is really angry. Hi. Jinx, do not. Starting to move the water bowl across the room again. Things like 3/4 full, stop it. He starts moving it when it's mostly full, and it wave machines over the side and makes little pools all over the floor. It's like, just, dude, stop. Stop. Don't do it. It's right there. Otherwise, health check. Little congestion, but that's pretty much a normal day. I feel alright. Still not AI. I am terrifyingly real. I'm in pain. I'm at a nice solid 4 or 5 right now. Yeah. It's got to be a Doctor Who sound effect that I don't really recognize yet. I know Image of the Fendal was on a little while ago. It's doing stuff, passing by, seeing the big screen, you know. Oh, stop. Yeah, I'm gonna take drugs. Prescribed. I haven't taken one in a couple days, so. What's it called? Methocarbamol. It's a non-opioid muscle relaxant. So I won't touch that stuff. I can't take pills with coffee. I don't know. It's got that nice powdery thing going on. Yeah, that's the good stuff. Those pills that kind of have that bad cough syrup aftertaste thing going on, with that powdery effect. One of those. But hopefully that'll help even out my back a little bit. I had a Greek yogurt when I did get up, so that should help pad my system. I don't like taking anything on an empty stomach. It's usually a bad idea. Unless it specifically says on there, take on an empty stomach. It's got real twingy, spasmy, throbbing pain going on the lower left of my back. I don't really care for that. Dude, you went out an hour ago. He knows. Really need to get some eBay done too. I've got a lot of stuff up and I'm still what Pix and I usually call trickle selling. You know, I'm not necessarily selling 7 things a day, but a couple things a week. You know, I'll sell something on a Tuesday and then Thursday morning something I'll sell too. So I've got a sale right now, and I had a sale a couple days ago. But I've got a lot of stuff to list. But I'm also trying to, do my one brick around here and make sure that everybody's fed. And you know how it is to have a really full schedule, you have 6 things to do and the space to do 5 of them. Yeah. So I'm making really good progress on that garage. And that's hugely encouraging because if you've seen some of the other videos where we went on tour around here, um, the mountain is real, you know. This is what hoarding can do for you. Don't do this to your kids. Dear God in heaven, just don't. And if your kids, and you're in your 70s or 80s, say, hey, it's not a talk that we want to have, but since you are probably not immortal, is it safe? To use covert operations terminology, what's your exit strategy? We should talk about your exit strategy and what it's going to do for the rest of your team. You know what I mean? And if your kids do come to you with that conversation, be receptive. Don't get angry and cranky. Because maybe they're in the back of their minds going, I was watching videos by a guy named Marcus Wolfgang, and he was talking about how he was probably going to spend 2 years cleaning up after his parents. Mom, Dad, Uncle Barbara, Aunt Michael. That was free. I don't want to be that kid. So you've got a 3,000 square foot house and every room is filled with doorknobs and newspapers. So can we talk about what Richard O'Brien would refer to as all of this? Because if I've only got, 80 years or so, I really don't want to spend 2 of them cleaning up after you when we could avoid all that. Because, that's 4 or 5% of your life when you start breaking the numbers down. It's avoidable. Is that fair? You know what I mean? Please have that conversation. Learn from me. Learn from the mistakes of my parents. Because frankly, that was. I warned him. I told my mom in May of 2023, you guys are going to leave me with 2 or 3 years of cleaning up after you. And I was told, no, we've got it under control. No, you don't. Yes, we do. You have to trust us. Long stories there if you've seen my videos, Hey, that's coffee. I don't know what he made. I don't know. He was okay. This is Majestic. But if you watch my videos for a while, you know that the Kauai Vanilla Macadamia, I'm not sponsored. I'm just a fan. It's so good. So good. And you know what made me try it? Years ago, I had somebody when we were when we were running I almost said the Shack, but our shop, our hobby shop, which was called the Comic Shack, so I'm used to calling it the Shack. Um, I had someone that used to come into the Shack a lot, and she would bring me iced vanilla macadamia coffees from Dunkin' Donuts as like a bribe, I think. No, she was Michelle, cool lady. Um, but she would bring me vanilla macadamia iced coffees. She was asking me, what kind of iced coffee I like, and I'm like, I have no idea. Never had it. Never really had iced coffee before. So she was like, all right, let me roll the dice a few times, see what I come up with. And she brought me one of those one day, and I was like, oh my god, this is good. And at that point, I went searching for vanilla macadamia coffees in general. So I was like, okay, this is a new sweet sensation. Sorry, having a Jekyll moment here. And yeah, I tried a couple here and there, and they were okay. And then I found the Kauai one, and I went, oh, honestly, it's really close to the Dunkin' Donuts one. But yeah, I was like, oh my god, I have a new favorite coffee. Oh, so good. And that's how it happened. Honestly, up till then, I was mostly, I'd get, occasionally I'd get like some kind of French vanilla or something a little crazy, living outside the norm. Um, but I normally got chock full of nuts was my favorite of like the staple big can coffee kind of stuff. I can do Maxwell House, I can do Folgers, I can do all that. Um, do not give me instant coffee. That stuff is nasty. My dad had like Maxwell House and Sanka. That's nasty shit. Um, this is real coffee. Or caffee. Fun size. It's caffee. Sorry, Pam, I'm neglecting you. It's coffee. Everybody's represented now. Yeah, chock full of nuts was that was like the coffee that got me through college, frankly. And occasionally the Bustelo, Cafe Bustelo, which getting to do Rent and actually uttering that line tickled me because I'm like, oh, that time period, yep. Bustelo, Marlboro, Banana by the Bunch. I got to play Collins, so. Bustelo, oh god, yeah. It's like legal speed. And when you got midterms, you need some legal speed. I did the reading 3 times. I don't remember a damn thing from it, but I know I read it. And Jolt Cola. I don't even know if they still make that. I mean, there are no real FDA regulations, so if it went into hiding, it could probably come back now. As part of the Make America Stupid Again program that's being launched. Masa. I believe the government recommendation is now annual recommendations like 30 pounds of roadkill with chunky whole milk. I believe that's one of the things that's on the food flow chart. It's like bear, possum, there's different things. You can do squirrel, but you need a lot of them, to get to 30 pounds. So bear makes it easy. You can actually share with your neighbor at that point. It's convenient, really, and you make friends, you know, in your environment. It's good. It's good. It's like a block party. My therapist said I'm fine. But yeah, my quest for the vanilla macadamia coffee is actually what turned me on to the idea of trying exotic coffees. Which I know a lot of people around me had already been experiencing that, but I, kind of stuck in my own lane. This is what we do. Thanks for noticing. I went through my experimentation phase. Seriously, he said I'm fine. Signed off on a couple of medications and some extra recommendations of treatment and whatnot, but he said I'm fine. And I mean, he went to school for this, so yeah. He knows. Got a friend that watches my videos, and every now and then she'll throw me a note and she'll be like, some of the people out there are going to think you're really a nut job. I know. Isn't it fun? But yeah, no, that's actually what got me on the trying new coffees thing. And over the years I found some brands that made me run away in terror, and some that made me go, ooh, you guys know what you're doing. You know what I mean? And the Harry and David brands, there have been a couple that I didn't care for as much. There's like a Northwest maple one that I think is just kind of not my flavor. But there's another like 7 flavors that they put out that I'm like, this is good, this is great, holy cats, what is this? This is amazing. This one's good, but I need to be in the mood for it. But if I'm in the mood for it, nothing else is going to do. You know what I mean? Came up with several from their catalog that just made me go, oh, this is coffee done right. You know what I mean? There are a few others along the way. And I have picked up some of the Dunkin' Donuts. I refuse just to call it Dunkin'. I rode my bike to a Dunkin' Donuts when I was 12. Don't, we're changing our name. You're Dunkin' Donuts. Just stop. We're rebranding into Dunkin'. Okay, number 1, unnecessary. Number 2, what's your product? Things you can dunk. Okay, can I get some Converse here? You carry Nike? You know what I mean? It's an unnecessary rebranding. Trying to be cool and edgy. Just stop. I find that kind of stuff ridiculous, like Crackle Barrel changing their logo. Oh, wow. So now old white people don't go there anymore. Okay, well now we know. Okay, good. I figured with the original logo that might be your clientele or something. But now it isn't. Okay. All right. Unnecessary. We're now now serving teenagers on the Rainbow. You're not likely. But I do get some of the Dunkin' Donuts brand flavors. Dunkin' Donuts, that is the brand. Their vanilla is quite good, and the caramel me crazy. I guess it's supposed to be a play on the phrase "call me crazy," caramel me crazy. Despite the goofy name, it's really good coffee. Kind of fallen in love with that one. And I've shown you some of the other ones that I get, but yeah, the Harry and David coffees, the vanilla cream brulee, the butterscotch caramel, the breakfast blend. It's the good stuff. It's the good stuff. And it's not, $40 a bag if you know where to go. And it's not hard to figure out where to go. If you've got an Ollie's in your area, they're a great place to go. Because they frequently have Harry and David. Which I really don't understand, because normally Ollie's gets overstock, overlots, things like that. What Big Lots started out as, and I think lost their way regarding as far as their, their business model. Because I think Big Lots started out that way and then kind of went. But Ollie's gets in a lot of Harry and David's coffees, which confuses me, because it's really, in my opinion, maybe I'm a nut job. It's weird that there would be overstock of something that is that good. If that makes sense. If a product is really that good, why has it not all sold in other ways? And I'm just thinking that maybe they overproduce on purpose and just sell to Ollie's that little bit that they have left over. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me. Because it's really good. But yeah, you can usually get Harry and David stuff there. It's usually... And I haven't been in a while. I've actually had to do my orders like online and paid like $8 a bag, which I know where to go, so I'm still not paying $12 a bag. But I've gotten them at Ollie's before for like $4 a bag. So if you've got an Ollie's in your area, check it out. But yeah, enjoy good things. You're allowed to. With all the crazy going on outside, give yourself that little bit of treat. Whether it's an ice cream sandwich or a good cup of coffee. I mean, if you're diabetic, maybe careful on the ice cream sandwich thing. But still you roll. But yeah, I've been reminded of this a few times. I've had a couple people say it to me directly, indirectly, and I've just seen it like in print a few times over the past week. It's like a cliche at this point, but the concept of find your joy, and that's kind of where I am in life. I'm trying to find my joy. I'm gonna clean up somebody else's mess. I'm gonna attempt to find what joy I can in between those moments, I'm allowed to. I've earned it. So I'm gonna leave it there, because I think I've said what I need to. All right. He really said I'm okay. He said that I don't really need supervision. Just check in every now and then. I'm good. So, yeah. Have that conversation with your parents. Hug your parents. Hug your kids. Because they might be the ones taking care of you later. Maybe. If you don't piss them off too bad. Make it a great day.